the Hurricane Center. The latest tropical developments in the Atlantic. Two key updates. Tropical Storm Fernand gradually strengthening in the central Atlantic just days after we said goodbye to Aaron. And the odds have been lowered for tropical development regarding Invest 99L. So Fernand, we take a look at the storm gradually strengthening. It's about 300 miles or so east of Bermuda. Now, fortunately, Fernand posing no threat to the U.S. to the island of Bermuda. It's just too far away. Now, 45-mile-an-hour winds, that's where we stand. So we've seen a bit of an upgrade by 5 miles per hour. North-northeast movement slowed up just a touch. Now, as far as Fernand goes, sitting in a pretty nice environment right now. But that opportunity to strengthen is limited. You take a look at our water temperatures, and we're sitting, I think, squarely, comfortably in about the mid-80s right now. With that north-northeast movement, we're headed towards waters that are less than 80 degrees. And so those cooler water temps are really going to start to shut off that thunderstorm growth, which typically then leads to the weakening of a tropical system. At the same time, with those cooler waters, we have drier air. So that's going to start to disrupt this system, though we've got a nice plume of moisture kind of fending off that dry air for now. But I think really the end of the day, it has a lot to do with the overall steering pattern with Fernand pushing off into the North Atlantic, the subtropical Atlantic, we call it. It's going to get picked up by that jet stream, our hostile winds. That's going to start to play a role in this system. And then before you know it, we're going to see this thing go post-tropical in the next few days. Now, the question is, well, can we get some strengthening enough to bring us at least a hurricane? Well, when we take a look at the overall environment, there is definitely some, I think, overall consensus that we're going to see a moderately strong tropical storm. Winds are expected to continue increasing through the day on Monday to 60 miles an hour. Remember, hurricane status, we have to get up to about 74 miles an hour. So I think we'll be kind of on the moderate end of a stronger tropical storm. But by Tuesday and especially into Wednesday, that dry air and those hostile winds are eventually going to lift this thing up. And we'll see that extra tropical transition as it moves into the northern tier of the Atlantic Ocean. But that's Fernand. We had a special update for Invest 99L. Now, typically we don't see an update coming in with the 5 o'clock advisory when it comes to invests, right? We'd see that at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock in the evening. But the hurricane hunters, they've been flying through this system all afternoon. And, well, what they've found is not very supportive of a tropical system. We are expecting a bit of a long haul for this system as it pushes through the Lesser Antilles. The odds have been lowered to 30%. The hurricane hunters did not find a center of circulation, and those winds really not that impressive. I mean, we were talking most gusts or most sustained winds upwards anywhere between 10 and 30 miles an hour. But nonetheless, we will see showers and storms, gusty showers and storms push through the Lesser Antilles. And that's actually kind of a bright side to this story. They need the rain. It has been dry, and drought conditions across the islands definitely settling in. So we get a little moisture bump. Now, as we look ahead into the next few days, we are expecting dust, and you can see the plume of it that it's been battling over the last 12 hours is going to stick around, and strong hostile winds. This is a fast-moving system, and not only does it get caught up in those easterly trade winds across the Caribbean, but it is going to continue to shear apart that structure. And so the model consensus is if it makes it out of the Caribbean, it's likely to just be a ragged moisture surge that eventually works its way up towards Costa Rica and Nicaragua.